Somewhere deep inside, I'd love to be this guy, headed to the shelf to take my pick from a cache of tech that would make even the biggest YouTubers jealous. Unfortunately, I don't have a closet full of gadgets. I've got this, and frankly, I can't depend on him to carry my stuff, so my dream is dead. In reality, most people can't stockpile the latest consumer electronics and instead try to find those one or two devices that get the job done in the most situations. For years, it's been the smartphone which most capably filled this role. Sleek and light and aptly adhering to the old adage that the best camera is the one you have. For me, I also prefer to have an action camera. For one, I don't use a case and I'll go absolutely crazy if I scratch my phone. And secondly, no matter how many times you want to quote me IPX ratings, I'm not shoving my $1,200 phone into a wave at the beach. Now at this point, I've settled on the DJI Action 3 as my go-to device. But for those of you who are perhaps unsure whether you need an action camera or don't want to spend $400 to $600, the question remains, is there another option? Well, the people at Amazon sure seem to think so, so we're going to take a look today at the best-rated Amazon action camera under $100 and find out if it can get the job done. And hopefully, it goes better than last time. Turn it up.
Tomato or tomato? Akaso, akaso. Believe it or not, I have actually heard this action camera mentioned in all of those ways in the last couple hours.
Akaso.
Well, what we got here today is the V50X. That is the upgraded version of the V50. Now, most of you are probably saying, I have not heard of the V50. Well, I hadn't either. So let me explain to you how we got here. A couple weeks ago, I did a video which asked, can you buy an $89 action camera on Amazon and actually use it? Well, for those of you who watched the video, I would say the answer is probably no. I did not have a pleasant experience with that camera. So I was going through Amazon reviews and I noticed that this camera, the V50X, is actually the highest rated camera on Amazon, and I saw it mentioned on a couple other lists as a really good action camera. So I'm a glutton for punishment, so we're going back in. So what we're going to ask today is, can the V50X be your go-to budget action camera, because it's only $99.
Those of you who follow my channel know that Magic Mind is one of my sponsors. The reason I started drinking Magic Mind was when I was video editing late at night, I would start to lose my focus and I realized that I was rushing projects. The work product that I was getting was not what I wanted. Now, obviously my go-to is coffee. The problem is, when I'm done with everything at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm and still wired like crazy, and it also made me jittery. Magic Mind did not do this. So it made it much easier for me to improve my focus while I was working on projects and go to sleep after. Overall, Magic Mind has really allowed me to improve my work product by making me more mentally alert and by lowering my stress level. Now, if any of you are interested in trying Magic Mind for yourself, there is a link in the description along with my product code, or if you just like to support the channel, go ahead and check it out. I think you're going to like it. But now for the rest of this video, it's not about the benefits of Magic Mind, it's about the benefits of owning the V50X from Akaso, so let's check it out. The Akaso V50X is an interesting offer for a budget action camera. It's small and light and covered in a soft touch case that feels far more premium than other devices in its price range. It also shoots native 4K at 30 frames per second. While a lot of other budget offerings claim 4K, they are actually a lower resolution which is blown up or digitally upscaled. You can get 2.7K at 60 frames per second, and the lens offers a 170-degree super view that can be adjusted like other cameras to as little as 70 degrees for linear shots. There is a micro HDMI port and micro SD card slot on the side, and like other quote-unquote waterproof cameras, you'll need a separate case to get there, but it's included in the box. Can't tell if it's recording because there's no light on the front. Oh well. I think I have the responsibility to tell you that what follows is nothing short of a disaster. The issues that I had with this camera are more than a deal breaker, and let's just say I will never try one of these budget action cameras again. But if you love me, you'll suffer through it with me because I personally don't feel like I should have to endure this entire experience alone. I promise I'll stop along the way to explain.
But now that I've got it figured out, let's do what we came here to do. Now, one of the things I love about living in Southern California is not the taxes, by the way. It's the fact that I can get to the beach in a half hour. That's where I recorded all of that B-roll that you just watched. And then I can get to my house and go to the mountains and be in the snow in another hour. So today I'm going to take you to Idlewild, California, which is one of my favorite hidden gems in the San Bernardino National Forest. It's probably the best mountain location that you can go if you want to get away from it all, but still have a really fun time with a little bit of a higher end things like wineries, etc.
First, the date was stamped on the entire video by default, and that was a bit annoying, but when I dropped my first shots into my editing software, I had no sound. And then after some tinkering, this is what I got.
Can't tell if it's recording because there's no light on the front. Oh well. There are a lot of reasons to live in Southern California. I can assure you that taxes are not one of them. But what I do love is the fact that I can be at the beach where I just gave you all that B-roll in, I don't know, half hour. Plus I can be where I'm at right now at my house and it's 70 degrees. And then
apparently, the way you're supposed to fix this, and I can't believe I'm saying supposed to, is to download Handbrake and convert the file to another format before editing. Well, I tried that too, and though I got sound, it was completely out of sync with the video.
Now, most people that go up in the mountains around Southern California end up in Big Bear or outside of Los Angeles. But Idlewild is one of those spots that I really think you should check out if you're ever down in this area.
Oh, wait. And then I got it to sync, and we got this. Now, frankly, I never did find out what that high-pitched screech was. But for those of you who are intent on buying this camera because you have some sick need to problem solve, I will tell you that the way to get the audio in sync is to put loop recording on and set it at no more than 3 minutes. Apparently, the camera can't handle any length of video over this, so you want it to be broken up into multiple files instead. It's a shame the Akaso had so many audio problems because for a $99 camera, it really does take good video. Maybe someone out there can tell me if I'm doing something wrong. But even if I am, the V50X violates the cardinal rule of this channel in that it is neither simple nor of good use to the average consumer. So our tour of Idlewild will also have to wait for a new device because it's too special a place to sacrifice to spotty performance. A quick rundown of other issues is almost pointless at this juncture, but I will note that the buttons are so unbelievably soft that it is almost impossible to grip the camera without inadvertently making an undesired menu selection, and the record button actually makes an audible click in the audio track when you stop recording, so you really do need to be careful to give yourself enough room to edit that out. Our adventure with budget action cameras seems to have come to an end, and I, for one, am happy about that. Be sure to join me for new reviews coming soon, and of course we've got the new Samsung Galaxy S23, and we'll put that up against the Pixel 7 Pro and see if it can be my go-to camera at He Has the Camera on YouTube. Please like and subscribe, and check out my discount code for Magic Mind in the description. See you soon.